Hey guys, Ryan Earnhardt here from CreativeSoundLab.tv. Well, today we're going to be checking out and kind of continuing using the Revival drive in the mixing environment just with the DAW. And I'd kind of messed up the first video on this one. For one, I used the compression pedal along with it, and it kind of obscured exactly what the pedal sounds like. I think the pedal actually sounds really great as you're right on the edge of breakup and you're kind of clean, you're kind of dirty. It has a really good sound. I want to do a better job of featuring that. But also, I totally forgot to use an IR response. I remember reading it in the manual, and I was so focused on all the different things for this pedal that I just totally forgot to do that critical step. So, I think that it's maybe coming from a little bit different way of working with guitars. Usually for me, I grab a guitar amp combo, I put it in the room, I select my mic, and that's my guitar tone. I try to use as minimal gear as possible. And I think this way of working kind of comes from a little bit different side of recording. We have amp heads, we have people recording right out of the amp head before the cabinet, and then we're using hot plates and we're taking that signal and using IR responses. So I'm sure if you're used to working that way, it would have been like so obvious, like what is Ryan doing? He's forgetting the IR response. But for me, it's possibly just the edge of my normal way of working. But I will say that it sounds impressive. It sounds really good. Now the Revival drive actually gives you a lot of access to different types of amp build features. So we have control of the negative feedback. We have various preamp circuits. We have the ability to have like a ghosting effect, and you actually have like a subharmonic of the guitar part. You can make it do about anything that you would like. And it does take a little bit of learning, but I've learned that the presets and the manual actually do a great job of just like putting you right in the action. Of course, remember the IR response if you're going directly into the DAW. That was a critical step that somehow I missed. So it's a great sounding pedal, especially when you do it right. So let's check it out now. I want to just pull up just Logic's amp sim, and I'm just going to disable the actual amp part, the preamp part, but we're just using the speaker and the cabinet part of it. I figure, you know what, let's go big with this. So let's check it out with some high-end IR responses. Without the pedal on, it actually emulates the preamp sound. Here's the clean tone. Okay, we'll go back to the JTM45 setting here on the silicone channel, and then the blues breaker will have the tube rectifier channel. Here we go.
Tell me where
Okay, on the left tube rectifier channel, we have a brown super dialed in. I have this paired with a 12K56 Oxford speaker. Wow, that sounded incredible, actually. This is a twin reverb, blackface, and I have this paired with two blues, 212 cabinet. It's with a 57 and a 121 IR response. Okay, let's try some compression after the IR response. Again, the pedal is receiving raw sound, the raw DI track. We're just compressing the sound from the pedal and the IR response.
One day the carnival will be the Ferris wheel junkies in the street.
Okay, now compression.
One day the carnival will be the Ferris wheel junkies in the streets. That's when you'll have to believe.
Let's add a little more gain. The gain's about 1 o'clock on the pedal.
One day the carnival will be the Ferris wheel junkies in the streets. That's when you'll have to believe.
Nice, that's a really nice sound. You have a lot of adaptability between the gain on the pedal as overdrive and using compression to help it translate and be even in the mix. You know, I was really convinced actually by using some really good IR responses, not just the stock plugin. You know, the stock Logic plugin, it works pretty good. I mean, you know, that can take you the rest of the way. But I think it was like under 20 bucks for a couple of these IR responses from Celestion. It was well worth it. I mean, it sounds actually quite good. So yeah, let me know what you think of this. Now that I actually got it right this time, I'd love to know what you think of this. And do you personally use kind of a method where you're breaking up your signal flow between the amp and the actual speaker? Again, I love having my real amps, but this is just another tool that I can use to very quickly get guitar tone if needed. And of course, I'm not just going to start with guitars either. I mean, I'm going to try it on various different sources, just throw it through the pedal and back in through the IR responses. So I'd love to know what you think of this. Be hanging out in the comments below.